You're sitting at your desk, trying to string a few coherent thoughts together for work. Then, out of the corner of your eye, the screen lights up. A single, silent red dot appears. Most people yield to that impulse. In fact, the average person reaches for their phone roughly 150 times a day. We usually blame ourselves for this. We write it off as poor discipline or a failure of time management. But tech insiders like Tristan Harris and Lauren Brichter offer a different perspective. You are losing a one-sided battle against a multi-billion-dollar engineering effort. To regain our autonomy, we have to reverse engineer the device in our pockets. We must identify the 3 specific user interface features designed to harvest our attention. A tiny red dot seems too simple to derail your focus, yet it carries immense psychological weight. This relies on the Zeigarnik effect, a principle stating that the human brain obsessively fixates on incomplete tasks while quickly forgetting completed ones. Your brain registers an unread notification as an open loop. It's a source of cognitive friction that persists until the alert is cleared. That mental pressure lingers in the background of your mind. Once you check the alert, the brain finally snaps the circle closed. Checking your phone in this scenario is a biological compulsion, executed to relieve engineered mental pressure. When you open a social feed and swipe down, you enter a brief moment of waiting while the screen spins to load. This gesture is a direct application of B.F. Skinner's behavioral experiments from the 1930s. Skinner found that a pigeon receiving a reward at random intervals would peck a lever until it collapsed. This is a variable ratio reinforcement schedule. The dopamine pathway rewards the anticipation of the unknown, peaking intensely during that loading animation before you see a single post. This unpredictability, a reward prediction error, is the same mechanism used to hook gamblers at a slot machine. The brief pause you endure during a pull to refresh serves a deliberate purpose. The uncertainty of the wait is the product keeping you addicted. Clearing a single notification often leads to the trap of the infinite scroll, a behavior now clinically recognized as dopamine scrolling. According to self-determination theory, we possess innate human needs for competence, autonomy, and relatedness to others. Algorithms on platforms like TikTok weaponize these needs. They feed off the fear of missing out to keep you tethered to the screen. By removing natural stopping points, the infinite feed forces users into a continuous loop, even when the act of scrolling induces social comparison and anxiety. What happens when billions of human brains are subjected to this engineered dopamine loop every single day? Every 3-second phone check triggers a switching cost. Your productivity stutters, leading to massive cognitive delays and mental fatigue as you try to return to deep work. The mental health toll is documented and severe. We are seeing spikes in teenage anxiety, depression, and sleep disorders tied to the heavy usage of these applications. Fragmented attention and screen addiction have evolved into a global public health crisis. This is an asymmetric war. Figures like Sean Parker have admitted the platforms were built to exploit vulnerabilities in human psychology. Since willpower is insufficient, environmental defenses are the only effective option. Rebuild your attention span through the Pomodoro technique or rigid time boxing. You can also strip away the visual appeal. Changing your display settings to grayscale removes the psychological urgency of red notification dots and colorful feeds. Reclaiming your mind begins with seeing the engineered strings attached to the screen. Understanding these mechanics allows you to step out of the box